Hi, boys. Hi, I'm here. I'm paying attention, too. I'm hanging out in Dad's office, and Dad is not here. I've been left alone in the office. But I do have to go to the jail. We have a couple of things to do, and I do have to play a little bit more efficiently than even I thought I was going to have to. The situation is this. I thought I was going to stream for 3 days this week. That is a lie. I'm going to stream for 2 days this week. I'm going out of town this weekend, and I thought... Once again, the classic case of me not knowing what my own agenda is. I should have an assistant, and I don't. I just have friends who basically take on that role for me. I thought I was going out of town on Thursday, so I thought I was going to be here for stream tomorrow. I have learned since that that is not the case. I am going out of town tomorrow, so I need to pack a last-minute bag tonight because I need to be ready for that. Tomorrow is a travel day, and then Thursday I am supposed to be at my destination. I'm going to Virginia. And I'm going to be there all weekend long, so there will be no more streams after tonight for the rest of the week until Monday, at which point I should be back home again. Always traveling, always spending all of my money. Anyways, let's get started. Dave Abler, Jacob Welsh, hello boys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Gentlemen, where do you guys want to go first? Do you want to go to the prosecutor's office, or do you want to go to the prison? At the prison is where we can talk to the nerdy scientist, and at the prosecutor's office is where we can talk to the prosecutor, Lord Baron von Zeeks. I'm under the impression that we have to do both things, and we have to go to both destinations, but I'm also under the impression that it probably doesn't matter which one we go to first. So, you guys are here early, you're on time to stream. If you have a preference, make it known, and I will divulge to you guys. I will follow your orders, because I don't do that enough on the live stream, and this is an interactive experience. The prosecutor? Okay, let's go. Let's go talk to Lord von Zeeks, see how he's doing. Wow, look at this place. He's so fancy. Is that a little diorama replica of the city that we live in London? I see a bridge and I see a couple of other things. He's got a real fan. Is that a picture of himself in the painting over there? Or is that another dapper man? I don't know, but he's also got swords and they're crossing each other. It is October 22nd, prosecutor's office. Only 3 bottles of wine. I feel like there would be a whole fucking wine cellar in here for this man. So this is the legendary Reaper's office! Yeah, it would appear so. Brr. Oh, it sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly deathly atmosphere! Yeah, something like that. It's the witch's ghost. If she catches us, we're toast. There's nothing worse than her curse. The witch's ghost is on the loose. She has appeared. She's getting near. She's almost here. Look out! Sorry. I'm done. I just had to get it out of my system. All right, let's pay attention. What are you singing, Runo? Nothing. So what are we talking about? Oh, is this my man? Hello? That hooded figure was so still. I hadn't even noticed his or her presence. I wonder who it is. Gang, we've got a mystery on our hands. Let's split up and look for clues. What are you doing here? I'm here to talk to Lord von Zeeks. Is that you? Are you him? Is he I? Changeling DJ, hello, welcome to the chat. Ah! Oh, it's you! You're here. Who's that? Wait, what? Hi. God, he's so stern, always. He's as unwelcoming as I expected him to be. Yeah, isn't that always the case? Actually, maybe even more so. Oh, hi. I'm glad to see that you're not dead. I'm hoping that you're feeling better? I am. Right. Great. Yeah. So, about court. Who's that person over by the wall? Are they, like, being punished for something? No punishment is taking place here. Oh. So, who are they? Is this like a kink thing? That's my apprentice. And he's sitting there of his own free will. Ah. Yep, it definitely seems that way. I didn't know that you had an apprentice. It must be the same person who was pictured in the newspaper. I thought the person pictured in the newspaper was his assassin. Wait, so... Are these not the assassins with the guns? That's the Reaper. So the assistant is the masked guy. I thought the masked guy was the guy who shot him. Wow, I must be stupid. Okay, so this is not a picture of our assassins getting ready to commit their assassination. This is a picture of our ass men. Our men who are prosecuting the ass off of my pants. The prosecutor in his top hat, that's Lord Baron von Zeeks. And then that's his assistant, the man with the fucking witch doctor's nose. Okay, good to know. I misread. I'm illiterate, you see. I come from the United States of America. What is that? Oh, it doesn't exist yet, but don't worry, it will someday. It's going to be the greatest country on the earth. We're going to have it's actually born out of the necessity of some of your own citizens not wanting to be ruled by a king. We think that monarchs are bad. But then we eventually come full circle and we elect a man who absolutely wants to be a king. And some of us will follow him blindly off a cliff into our own demise. Right. Well, this assistant is very able in combat. A requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage. Oh, how do I get under your tutelage? Are you referring to the attack on the Reaper that was reported in the papers? The Reaper? I'd be interested to know the true Reaper's identity myself. Assuming, that is, such a fabled fiend genuinely inhabits our great courtrooms. Yeah, no, for sure. Let's have a conversation about it. Lord Strongheart said that the assault last night was some sort of revenge attack. True. Carried out by henchmen of Odie Assman's criminal organization. The investigation meant their arrests were imminent. Presumably, some hoped to kill me before that happened. Odie Assman? He's always masqueraded as one of London's most powerful financiers, a global investor. But his enormous wealth came to him by underhand means, via criminal activities.
And he used that money to buy himself a verdict of not guilty when he found himself in court, didn't he? Being prosecuted by you, Mr. Reaper.
But the man got his comeuppance in the end. Yesterday, in fact, in extraordinary circumstances. It was a most unusual cause of death. John Brown, thank you for popping in. Have fun with the reptiles. Catch this later and say hi to me when you're watching this in the fucking, the land of, archive streams. I know about that. It was super high voltage, instantaneous kinesis that went horribly wrong. Yeah. Mr. Assman died when the demonstration on the public experimentation stage ended in an enormous explosion. It's like diarrhea. Correct. And you think I have some kind of divine ability to cause an accident like that to happen, do you? Well, I think you're pretty incredible, but no, that does seem a little bit far-fetched. If this man really is the fabled Reaper, he has to be innocent of this particular death, at least.
It's strange how this has worked out, isn't it, Runo? I mean, what with you taking on the professor's defense for the trial tomorrow?
What? You're going to be defending him? Ooh, did you have a little bit of a voice crack there, Mr. Big Strong Man? But yes, that's right. I'm going to defend that man, though I barely know his name yet, to be honest. Albert. Einstein? Hairbrain. Right, that's who I'm defending. Albert Hairbrain. That's right. Do you know him by any chance? Of course. Johnny Petriello, hello. He's a contemporary of mine. We were at university together. So he became like this badass scientist and you became a prosecutor. You're...
What?
All right, tell me the tea. You guys went to school together. Hey, by the way, did you also go to school with Hairlock Sholmes? Because he seems to have a little bit of like something going on with you that I'm curious to learn more about. I understood that Professor Hairbrain was from Germany. Hairbrain's from a respectable British family. After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research. That is all. So is the family name Hairbrain not really German? So you were students together. I was in the faculty of law, of course, and he in science, so our paths rarely crossed. But curiously, we got along. Though I've not met him since my university days. I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this next form. And with you of all people representing him. Well, I do a pretty good job, to be fair. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems. Yes, I know. Because the prosecution will be handled by me. Lay gasp! Oh my goodness, I have to fight the same prosecutor again? What a shock. By you? What? This is brand new information. I never expected to have a repeat prosecutor. You made it sound as if you and the professor had been friends. We are friends, it's true. Well, then why would you prosecute him? Isn't there like a conflict of interest?
If the Reaper is the prosecutor, there's nothing anyone can do to save him. He's doomed!
Bitch. Soseki Natsume literally just saved him. Literally twice in a row. And he's still alive. So, shut the fuck up. I'm doing a really good job, and I can take on a Reaper. Okay? Thanks. Where were we? I wonder what this man is thinking about. He tends to ignore me a lot. I better just keep talking to him to make him converse with me a little bit more. What do you mean about what you said before? If you'd like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean that you're not him? I'm a crown prosecutor and a mortal like any other. I'm no demigod.
But they've all died, haven't they? The people that you've prosecuted, I mean. Whether or not the trial ended in a conviction or an acquittal.
Those that I prosecute are the vilest wretches of society. People who without question deserve to be found guilty. The world is a better place without them. I see where he's going with this. It is correlation does not equal causation, right? His job as a prosecutor is to put away seedy criminals who get themselves into a lot of trouble. So obviously he's going to be connected to these seedy criminals, but the very nature of their lifestyles could get them in very dangerous positions where they're always getting killed. It's not really fair to say that it's his fault. This is exactly why Americans believe that vaccines cause autism. I would need a minute to explain it, but you know where I'm going with this, right? It's all about this correlation, not causation thing, all right? Listen, the time around when children start to express signs of autism, when parents look at their little baby Johnny and they're like, hey, you're a little bit of a fucking weirdo. Do we need to get you tested? It's around the time that they happen to be getting their vaccine schedules done, or shortly thereafter. And so people who don't have an education in science and don't actually do any credible research, they just connect the dots, and they're like, oh, this must cause this. And then a blonde woman said it on a television talk show once, and that was the end of that, man. But that's not true of Mr. Natsume. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He wasn't a vile wretch at all. Oh, that's not what I was saying. But I was saying that I saved his ass.
Nor was Ginny. In fact, she was ever so hard.
Okay, Iris. Ginny, kind of a little bit of a wretch, let's be honest. Kuran says hello. I can't deny that since I've encountered you, things have taken a turn. But the point is this. If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hand of their own kind. It's not my work. Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes that you're not involved in any way.
But you were attacked by those ruffians because they believe it's true!
Yeah. The fact is, since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, the number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially. Oh, so you guys are like ruling by fear. It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful for their lives. Do you mean to say... I mean to say that if my pseudonym serves a useful purpose, I adopt it gladly, and with honor.
But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed.
If that is my fate, let God decide.
I don't believe in God. Lord Von Zeeks. Oh. I thought I was gonna... I thought I was about to say something else to you, but it appears I've run out of dialogue options. Excuse me while I consult my 9-year-old girl to see if I can come up with any clues to talk to you about.
Well, do you mind if I just peep over here at your assistant? Where is he? Over here? Yeah, can I talk to him? It really looks like a punishment to me.
I've never seen someone sit like that before.
He hasn't moved a muscle since we've arrived. Do you think perhaps he's dead?
If he was dead, Bruno, he wouldn't be sitting up, would he?
Well, anyway, dead or alive, he's not overly approachable, is he? I don't think he's going to talk to us.
He's not dead.
Okay, well, that's fine. Anything else relevant? Oh, here's the wine cellar. What was I saying 5 minutes ago? This man needs a look at all these ancient casks lining the wall there.
Casks in the Reaper's chamber? Or are they caskets?
No, I think it's full of wine. You don't think? All those people who escaped. Conviction in court are lying inside of them, do you? Dead? No, I think it's wine. We've very clearly seen that he's a very, very severe alcoholic. So, what ridiculous notions are going through your head, man? This is my collection of fine vintages. Oh yes, of course. Fine vintages. Is that how ye olden people say wine?
Bruno and I were just musing to ourselves. Don't mind us, Mr. Reaper.
I wouldn't if you hadn't invited yourselves to my office to talk nonsense within my earshot. Right, I guess that is a little bit rude of us, but as long as we're here doing it, let's just keep at it, shall we? Wow, look at this, it's the town.
Look, it's a scale model of the Great Exhibition's showground.
Oh, excuse me. That's amazing. I wonder why it's here.
Perhaps he made it to take his mind off the sadness of being too busy to attend in person.
Maybe he's too embarrassed to queue up for a ticket. Surely it's obvious that I'm using it as an investigative aid. Right, not at all to play with dolls.
Ah!
You Nipponese have no business painting others as overly reserved. I really didn't think he'd be I really didn't think he'd overhear us. Alright, is there anything relevant to any of this? Who's this? Is this you? That portrait really dominates the room, doesn't it? Oh, Daddy, honey. It's a very majestic outfit and pose, but sadly, whoever painted it didn't do a very good job of capturing Lord Von Zeeks' facial features. I thought it looked pretty decent.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist has exaggerated his subject's handsomeness, I think.
Oh, that reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France ordered artists to make him look more attractive when they painted him.
How vain. That's really not an attractive quality in a person, is it?
No, but I guess that's what everybody would do if you had the ability, right? That portrait does not depict me. Surely that's immediately obvious. Oh, wait, what? Well, then who is it? Your dad? My father. No? Oh, he's not going to tell us. Okay, well, it looks it's got to be somebody genetically related to him, then. I'm confident of that much. Can I look at your desk? Lord Von Zeeks' desk. It looks so stylish.
And that's a marble chess set beside it.
Chess? That's the Western version of Japanese shogi. You know, I'm actually quite good at shogi problems.
Oh, really? You'd probably like chess problems in that case.
I'd love to challenge Lord Von Zeeks sometime. I don't know, I did pretty shitty at the chess puzzles in the Professor Layton game that I played. To a bout of shogi problems.
If you really want to challenge yourself, you can always do that on your own time.
Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm supposed to present something to him. I mean, I guess as long as we're here, might as well look at his chalices. Look at that fine collection of hallowed chalices and bottles. My hallowed bottles are filled... My hole is filled with the essence of the finest grapes from the finest vineyards that I visit. Right. Yeah, no, my mistake. I used to think you were a pretentious douche, but clearly I was misjudging you. Alright, Iris, we're done here. This is going on too long. We need to figure out what we need to present to this man. I'm on a time constraint. I only have the one day to play this game. This week, that is. Maybe I'm supposed to present something to you. Oh, how about the newspaper? Lord Von Zeeks, about the article in this paper. Yes. It seems there was a reporter nearby when that little skirmish took place. The handsome one? Ah. I had no idea I'd been photographed. It was careless of me.
It looks as though it was taken after the people who attacked you had run away, though.
Wait! Let me look at that photo again. Does it have the signature fucking... No, it doesn't. I was gonna say, what if it has the signature fucking... The crackle from that one guy's camera? But I guess that would be like beating a dead horse, wouldn't it? It does kind of look like there's like something written on it though, right? Or is that my imagination? Okay, anyways, sorry. Moving on. Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them. But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems. This thing. I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak. Can I talk to him? As I mentioned already, he's my apprentice. Well, maybe you could tell us a little bit more about him? Are y'all fucking? Here we go. He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. So you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose.
Oh, like how you are to Hurley then, Runo?
No, I don't think that's accurate. He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack. It looks like he's wearing some kind of a mask. What's that about? On Lord Strongheart's orders, nobody knows the man's face, or indeed his identity. So, why? Isn't that kind of suspicious? Lord Strongheart's orders again. He is not one for meaningless follies. There will be a good reason for his actions. I mean, I guess. Oh. Oh, hi. A masked man. You must be somebody who I know. I'm getting war flashbacks to the Phantom all over again. Ruggedly handsome jaw. Fuck my life. Do you think it's a woman? Hi. Oh, hi. The task is complete? Good. In that case, you can collate all the briefs. Hi. My name's Runo. Ryunosuke, sorry. And you are? It's nice to meet you. I'm friendly. Oh, and you're not. Okay, well, everybody loves a good dick. Alright, back to work again. That was really strange, though. I've never met the man before. I didn't even know he existed, and yet... somehow it didn't feel like our first encounter. No, I mean, I can 10 out of 10 tell you, it's gotta be somebody who we already know exists. But whomst? Let me make my ridiculous accusations. We're only speculating, chat, by the way, because obvious spoilers are obvious. If I'm pulling some people out of my asshole here. Susato-san, she's gone. This would be an interesting way to throw her back in the game, but weird choice, because, like, what would she be doing here working for Von Zieks? Also, she's a woman, but she's a woman who has already pretended to be a man once, so we know that she has that habit already, so, like, wouldn't be totally crazy of her to be posing as a man. Just saying. Other than that, my boyfriend Kazuma-sama, but that would be really weird, because he's dead, so I don't think that's plausible. Could it be Herlock Sholmes himself? Because Herlock Sholmes is close to this guy. Maybe he's pulling a Hannah Montana act and he's being my friend by day, but at night he's being this secret pop star over here doing the reports for Von Zieks. Maybe? I don't know. But I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm forming my speculations, and I'm very sus. Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside this office. Yeah, well, I mean, if I could hear his voice, that might help me a lot, actually. Lord Strongheart is strictly forbidden it. So he can't show his face, and he can't talk. And you don't find that suspicious? Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway? I don't know, it's like a Scooby-Doo mystery. You show me somebody and you tell me I'm not allowed to know their identity. Literally the only thing I care about in the world is knowing their identity. I mean, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture. So prim, so proper. It couldn't be. Could it? Wait, who's Ryunosuke thinking of? Prim... Great posture? Who has great posture? Do we know anybody who's known for having great posture? Ah, yes. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh yeah, what's that? That Nipponese man, is he faring well? Oh, Soseki-san, I mean, I don't want to say well, but I mean, he's alive. I'm sorry? The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago. With the stoop. And the mustache and the jitters. Oh, Mr. Natsume! Yeah, of course. I'm not sure he'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from the list, Runo. He's fine, thank you for asking. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post only just the other day. I see. Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend it investigating the case. Oh yeah, so I can kick your ass? Thanks, I'll get on that. Thanks for the conversation, by the way, too. Can't believe he's asking after Soseki-san after a Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried. I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a turnip for the books. A mad scientist? You mean Professor Harebrine? You know what, it might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Von Zieks. And they were roommates. Alright, I think that's our cue to go to the jail. Let's check in with him. Hi, Bubs. Reading your little red communist book? It's here, I'm here to help you. Local prison, cell number 2. The warden said cell 11. That's this one. Oh, it's cell 11, not cell Roman numeral 2. Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball in the back corner, look! What's his name again? Professor Albert Harebrine? Was that right? Entschuldigung, Professor Harebrine? Hello? Hi. Who are you? I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a defense— A lawyer?! Yeah, that's me. Hello? A lawyer, you say? What? Would you be here, about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? Your hypothesis? I'm sorry, I don't know what that word means. Yesterday's demonstration! That magnificent demonstration was. It was an out-and-out success, by anyone's calculations. But despite that, no
No one listens! No lawyer believes in the science! When it's explained, they all leave at high velocity. Huh? Huh.
Now's probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leave for a while, too. What? Alright, Bill Nye, let's talk, you and I. Yesterday's demonstration, what happened? You mentioned the demonstration yesterday.
The papers have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he? Arrgh! Yes, you could interpret the results that way if you really wanted to. Well, I suppose in the strictest sense, the experiment was a failure, but at the same time it was a great success.
You've lost me.
I saw it with my own eyes! Right there in front of me, Mr. Assman was spontaneously disassembled. Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations had predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. However, the machine exploded, and Mr. Assman,
he perished.
That's right. I can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure.
So, what you're really telling us is, the large explosion that killed Mr. Assman was an accident, right?
But the bigwigs had you arrested on suspicion of murder. I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. And for that, I wish to be punished. At once. But... murder? Never in a million years. It was an accident. Simply an accident.
I see.
Hurley and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or a murder.
How exactly?
Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody.
On what grounds?
Yes. It's newly established here in Britain. The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
Come again?
But if the case is treated as murder, then they'll say that my machine was the murder weapon, and they'll be able to pore over it as much as they like. If they examine it in detail, they'll find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected at all costs. That's why it's imperative that this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial.
Oh, I see. So we just have to get you on the books for manslaughter. Girl, that's a refreshing change of pace for me. Usually I have to get these people found not responsible at all. If you want to be guilty, okay, cool. Manslaughter, let's strike a plea deal. Okay, well, let's keep going. So, in short, to make sure that I understand what's going on here, there was a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition Showground yesterday.
Yes! Or rather, no. The devil is in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Sounds the same to me.
You were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? How fascinating. Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electrical bonds. So it must be possible, using a sufficiently high voltage, to break those bonds and beam the particles through space!
Yeah, but doesn't that sound like it would involve killing the person?
Well, that's it in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see. That's my amazing hypothesis.
Gosh, that is some unimaginably high-level science. Almost like it's a farce.
Oh, but dare to imagine it. Dare to dream of such incredible technology. Just think, one moment I could be here in this cell, and the next I could be at the Great Exhibition again.
Well, yeah, that would be pretty cool, I mean.
And the next, in the mere blink of an eye, I could be at a great partisan theater, say. Parisian theater. I can talk. The possibilities are endless. The whole world, our vast planet, would be within reach.
So no more hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas. Excuse me.
I don't really see it like that.
What do you mean, Iris?
Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't really seem that vast anymore, would it? I think it would feel like it had shrunk. No, I think it would still feel pretty vast. Like, yeah, you unlock fast travel, which would be sick as fuck, but you still have to explore the whole planet. My word! That's exactly right. So what are the implications? What does any of this mean? Hello? I need to put my ear in. Oh, I think that's got Professor Bunny Brain really worried by the look of it. Ha, bunny, hair, she's making puns. Clearly, this is another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should. The point is, my calculations are flawless. The science works! But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. And that's always the fly in the ointment. Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money. Money that young scientists like you don't have. You're broke as shit. That's exactly correct, yes. Hurley's always complaining about it. He says the government should invest more in science. So do I. But they're actively defunding science at the moment. Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Assman. The victim who died in yesterday's terrible accident. That's who you mean? The one and only. Okay. Fine, I'll talk about him, but first, I'm gonna get sidetracked. Can we talk about your relationship with another boy? I understand Lord Von Zeeks is a, special friend of yours from your college days, your experimental days. Oh, that's right, yes! He was studying law whilst I was studying science. What was he like back then? Good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, and an all-around nice fellow, actually. Oh, really? Sorry, I think you might have misheard me. I'm talking about that, cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor, Barrick Von Zeeks. What was he like when he was at university? Talk about a leading question, Runo. As I said, an unassuming and extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is the little darling of the Von Zeeks family, with all of its great aristocratic origins. The little darling? Wait, can I drop that line back on him? He's what, the runt of the litter? Oh, I didn't realize he had such quite noble blood. Little darling? Yeah, I'm still hung up on that, actually. Hello? It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learnt what he had become. The Reaper of the Bailey, no less. That's right. I did hear, though, that there was a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation. Oh, really? What sort of event? Arg! I'm sorry. I'm really, really, truly sorry, but I don't know anymore. I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany already. Oh yeah, of course, right, for sure. If he's heard all about the Reaper, I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Von Zeeks will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow. But I probably should. But first, let's talk about the victim. So, the full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Mr. Adi Assman, wasn't it? What exactly was your relationship with that man? He first visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculate hypothesis. I thanked my lucky stars. I see. So you guys hadn't really known each other until then. Money for scientific research? I'm so envious. As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel. Oh, really? Well, I mean, he was giving me money. An archangel, even. He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for presentation at the Great Exhibition. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for my research from the British government. Mr. Assman provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. He produced a machine to my precise specifications. But then, your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion. As you can see, I owed everything to Mr. Assman. I would never, ever have thought of taking the man's life. Well, this guy seems genuine enough. I think he's pretty innocent. Let's get him out of here.
So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure that I've understood everything properly up to this point. The huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was an accident. That's what you're telling me. You had no intent to harm the victim, who is in fact the sole investor in your work. Is that correct? As correct as 2 squared is 4. I swear it! Yes, it's true that the man perished in a machine of my invention. So I know that I'm far from blameless in all this, but still! I would never use my discoveries, my inventions, to take a person's life. Not in a centillion years. I'm a man of science! It's all I know. You have to believe me, please! Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? I believe in you, don't worry. I have a soft spot for the science nerds. Science is the pursuit of truth, you know. I've always believed that, all my life. Yes. Sincerely. I'm afraid I don't know much about science. Hey! Speak for yourself, Ryunosuke, or your theories. But I do believe you, and I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might. Now, I'm a man of the law. I've given up science. I'm a lawyer now. It's all I know. You have to believe in me, please. Aw, we're pleasing on each other. When I went to live in Germany, after I graduated, I learnt something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything. That's right, kiddos. Just pick yourself up by your bootstraps. I mean, I agree that these things shouldn't matter, but we live in a very flawed world, and unfortunately, I do think, some people care a little bit too much about these things. Thank you for that, Professor. And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Alright, Runa, it's time! We should go visit the Great Exhibition. I'm sorry? Well, that's where the incident happened, right? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I guess you're right. I probably should do my job a little bit and get a couple of clues. Alright, I'll be back for you. I just have to go find some evidence to clear your name. Experimentation stage. Let's check it out. Oh, it's beautiful here. Who does the landscaping? I love your butt plug trees. Really shapely. It's October 22nd at the Great Exhibition Grounds, foot of the Crystal Tower. Ugh, the showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now, and I felt myself swooning 3 times. There's a lot of people, aren't there? I've almost been trotted on 3 times. Yeah, you should be careful. You're a real small fry. Don't get trampled. We finally made it through through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Here we are, underneath the public experimentation stage, where the explosion happened. Wow. Look at that. Whoa! What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. It sounds like an argument. Oh, can I? Oh. Oh, no.
Right, I've had it with you this time, and I'm warning you I'll arrest you in a minute.
Oh, yeah? Well, go on then, Spectre. Give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence, you know it. Fuckerson, why is Ginny back in the game? Fuck! Hi, Ginny. Oh, so good to see you. Wait, I know those voices.
You've got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady, but a night in the cells will teach you some manners.
Just try it, I dare you! If you want that bag of chips rammed up your asshole! What? Hold on. Yahoo! Greggsy! What are you doing up there? Oh, wow, he got down here real fast.
Ah! Ah! It's you! Here! You're here! Oh, your ladyship!
Oh, I forgot he fucking loves her. Holy shit. My god, the cat face and everything.
Oh, how are you, your ladyship? I hope you're well, your ladyship.
Does that make her 3 times a lady? What?
I'm not well at all. I'm far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue.
Unbelievable! I'll go have a word for you at once, your ladyship. Oh, you'll be flying high as a kite in no time once I pull some strings for you.
Could I get in the balloon too, actually? Tobias Gregson, an inspector at Scotland Yard. Oh my god, I can't with the cat thing. He looks like a TikTok e-girl right now. I'm ready for him to give me an ooh. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in The Adventures of Hairlock Sholmes. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or I mean, there should be?
Watch it, sunshine!
Oh, sorry.
Well, what gives then? Tell me you're on this case?
I am on this case. I'm acting for the defense.
So we're here to investigate.
Dear me, that's the situation, is it?
Is it really that troubling?
A measly 5 bob, is that all you got? You're a lawyer, ain't you? You could stand to carry a little bit more copper around in your pockets, Mr. Nara Otto.
Great, she's already robbing me. Fantastic, I love this woman so fucking much. Hey, that's my last bit of spending money.
You can have it back, but I'll have to charge you for the bother, 3 bob.
This is Gina Lestrade. A fucking asshole. I mean a pickpocket. A diver. She's poor as shit, she's a real shitty personality, she treats people like garbage, she tries to be all rough and tough and act like she's a bad girl, but really, she's just a bad girl. A piece of shit, actually. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago, this is the young girl that I was defending in court. She also cost me my job. Let's not forget.
What's your problem, eh, Otto? Diver, pickpocket, what's with all the name calling?
Well, I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I hate every fiber of your being.
You want a bag of chips rammed down your asshole, do ya?
I'm an adult. She's a child. Stay calm. Gina Lestrade, how old is she? 16 or some shit? She's not even fucking on here yet. Oh, hello, Daddy. Masked man. An apprentice of Lord Von Zeeks, whose face is always covered by a mask. He has the air of a completely unassailable man. Who are you? Oh, Mr. Assman. The man who perished in the explosion on the experimentation stage. He was a professor. He was not a professor. He was Professor Hairbrain's financial backer and the boss of a large criminal organization. And Hairbrain is 30-30. Great. Okay. I thought you were proud to be a scumbag, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I assumed you'd been up to your usual tricks. Still being poor as shit and stealing from people, you know?
That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Otto. Half a year's a long time. People can change.
I would never talk to a lady like that. You're just no fucking lady, my guy.
I'm an apprentice now, learning to be a Scotland Yard detective.
What?
Gregson? You're taking this thing under your wing? You'll have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade now.
You gave her a job? Are you psychopathic? Oh my god. Inspector? Surely that badge is homemade.
Well, the inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls her that. For what it's worth, anyway, investigating's off the cards for all of us.
What does that mean?
Right, well, I'll be back up top. You hold down the fort here, all right?
Right, sir.
This raises a lot of questions. Oh no, I have to talk to her and everything. Oh my god, oh fuck. Okay, no, oopsies, oopsie poopsie. Alright, Gina, oh my god, there's so many dialogue options. Alright, Gina, let's get this over with quickly. It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina, in connection with a case that I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder. That's a really nice way of putting it.
I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realized I couldn't go on like I was. I was diving. The diving and weren't working out.
I'm so pleased to hear it, Ginny. Well done.
So, you went from being a pickpocket to being a detective.
You got it. Good, isn't it? Inspector Lestrade. Sounds like something out of a book, eh?
Right.
And then there's Iris's old man to think about.
Iris's father, you mean?
Yeah, I promised her, didn't I? I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out and all the stops looking for him.
Just a small promise then, nothing too serious. Alright, glad you know your limits.
Oh, Ginny, you're so sweet.
So anyway, that's how I come. I had to go to the test for Scotland Yard. Only trouble is, I don't read so well, do I?
No, she's also illiterate. You illiterate dumb orphan. I hate her. I hate her so much. Just a small problem. I don't hate her as much as I hate, Jinxie, for what it's worth. Nothing serious.
And that's when Hurley approached Grexy and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Ginny and made her a sort of apprentice.
That's a very magnanimous, of Inspector Gregson. Quite brave of him, too. I don't know that I would have done such a thing.
Well, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants.
The great detective likes digging for dirt, in other words.
So, the long and short of it is, if you got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade.
Right then, Inspector. Okay. Actually, there's still a big mystery surrounding Gina, isn't there?
Oh, what, Runa, what?
Well, 6 months ago, Gina was the defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. A trial in which she was found not guilty. And yet, here she is still.
Oh, come on, you're not still on about that, are ya? The Legend of the Reaper or whatever it's called. Core, you don't have to worry, Otto.
If I didn't half worry, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left.
It's like I told you before, isn't it? The Reaper's kinda like him upstairs, so he knows what I'm like on the inside, and I really ain't done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong might be stretching it a point. You're a pretty terrible person.
What about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he?
Well, yeah, that's true. Maybe the Reaper is more discerning than I thought. Maybe it's all just a myth.
Exactly, so I ain't worried, it's totally fine.
Is there a chance that she might get murdered? Yesterday's incident.
Cool, it was out of this world, it was. The brainy bloke pulled a bunch of levers on his machine and suddenly it started billowing smoke. Then it just went pop. I ain't seen a better experiment here yet. What? What are you saying? Oh my god, I never even understand what you're saying, Ginny!
You mean, you saw it, Ginny? You saw the accident?
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. The boss is in charge here, ain't he? Of keeping everything running smoothly, I mean.
The boss being Inspector Gregson, I suppose. That's gotta take some getting used to.
So all I have to say is that I'm on duty and I can do whatever I wanna. Get this! I was up in one of them flying balloons when it happened, watching the whole thing from above.
Oh my god, you are so lucky, Ginny. Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too.
Yeah, do it. You know how to put the boss in a place already, right, Iris? You'll have no trouble at all.
Then it's settled. When do I start?
No, you're a child. You can't get paid money. Sorry.
We'll see. Anyway, I don't understand. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, Well, how can Professor Bunnybrain still be claiming that his experiment was a success?
Alright, well, it was a success in a way. Because it did disassemble his particles. He just was never reassembled. Unless he was. What if he was secretly reassembled somewhere in some super secret location? Alright, successful experiment, tell me about it. Shortly after the whole machine blew up, no one could call the experiment a success. It's like I said, it did sort of work. I mean, yeah, there was a load of smoke and all that whopping great bang. But where do you think he found the victim's body, eh? In the crystal tower over there. Oh, so his body did reappear. What? In the tower? Okay. You can see for yourself, can't you? Up there in the scaffold. Oh, you mean where all the glass is broken? Yeah, the cage what the victim got him to start with. Really did get beamed through the air, whatever, and landed all the way over there. So, you see, it did kind of work, didn't it? What? I don't believe that. I mean, I don't get the ins and outs of it, but anything's possible, right, with science. Oh, I tell you what, you can have this. It's a plan of the experiment they drew up at the yard. Oh, thank you, I guess. Yeah, go on. I added 3 bob off you, so fair's fair. Right. Okay. Sketch of the experiment added into the court record. All right, can I look at that, please, really quickly? I see. Laser shoots tower. Okay, sick. Fuck yeah, I fucks with it. That's all there is to it, I guess, then. About the investigation, then, if you don't mind, madame. Something Inspector Gregson said before seems a little bit strange to me.
For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating's off the cards for all of us.
Yeah, naughty old Grexy ran off after that without explaining himself.
Alright, that. The boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine what blew up yesterday.
Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant.
In that case, could you at least tell us what you've learned from your investigations? No, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate neither. Why is that? What did the boss call them again? The forensic investigation team, I think. Anyway, apart from them lot, no one's allowed to lay a finger on the scene. Bit funny, innit? Really? So, even Scotland Yard's own detectives can't investigate? I've never heard of something like that before. I thought I could have a gander on the quiet though, but then the boss caught me at it. You probably heard him giving me an earful about it before from down here, didn't ya? It's not bleeding fair! I think you were giving him as much of an earful back. Your voice really carries. Yeah, well, sometimes I think all them chips are what make him so stubborn. You say something to him, Otto. Go on, see if you can get into him. He's up on the platform above us, is he? Where the machine that exploded is?
We can try, can't we, Bruno? Grexy will listen to us.
Maybe. Can I go talk to him? Is that how this works? Can I just... Poopsie poo. Is he up here? That's where the Cove ended up after the instant kinesis or whatever they call it. Dead, of course. And yet they're calling the experiment a success.
What's the wooden scaffold there for?
The coppers. Our lad set that up after the incident happened. To get the body down, I think. Don't know, really. Didn't you help erect the scaffolds then? No, lookout duty's more my thing. Wandering around the exhibition and keeping a lookout for the fun stuff. Mind Gregson didn't hear you saying that. Alright, how do I talk to Gregson? It's incredible though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged that gap by some sort of invisible kinesis? Instantaneous, Ryunosuke. Maybe I can move? No. No? Yes. No! What? Oh, shit. Maybe I can...
look at the stairs and then go up? This platform must have been set up for the experimentation, I suppose. It's very high up.
About 30 feet above the ground, apparently. That's what a policeman I just spoke to said.
I don't really understand feet very well. We don't use those in Japan. Don't you guys not use them there? What? Hello?
Oh, sorry, it's about 9 meters.
What?
But soon you'll be in London a year, Bruno. It's time you got used to our measurements.
Don't... No, I'm sorry. They're the ones... The British are the reason we use fucking feet. Oh, the English system. Fuck! You fuckers. It's all your fault. Right. Yeah, no, it's great. Not like there's ever going to be any horrible accidents from miscommunications like that or anything. Well, anyways, I get it. It's tall. The spectators at the front would just have seen a wall and nothing else.
They probably thought they secured the best spot to watch from. Well,
There's a saying in Japan. The darkest spot is right under the lighthouse. I feel like it probably applies here. Maybe. How do I talk to Gregson? Gina, how do I talk to Gregsy? Maybe I have to look at evidence. What's this thing?
oh, look, what's this?
A ripped piece of cloth. It's not like any fabric that I've seen before. It's very thick and stiff. It looks extremely durable.
It's canvas, I think, with some sort of rubber backing. Around the edges appear to be a bit charred as well.
Maybe that means it has something to do with an explosion?
Let's make note of it while Ginny's mid-yawn.
Okay. Yeah, no, sure. Alright, examine that. What's this?
It looks as though somebody dropped something behind this tree over here.
Dropped? Or hid? What is this? It's some part of the machine that exploded, I think.
Maybe. It could have fallen from the platform above in the blast, maybe.
What's going on here? Oh, nothing, nothing. I think I'll hang on to this just in case. Mysterious contraption has been entered into the court record. Okay, sick. What's all this garbage? For some reason, the ground is damaged in this spot. Look. Almost as if there was a fire here or something.
Yeah, if you look closely, there's some scattered ash and burnt embers, too.
I suppose there was a big explosion just above here. People probably wouldn't bat an eyelid at a small fire like this.
I'm not sure we English are quite that laid back, Bruno.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What else can I look at? The tower itself? The Crystal Tower. It's certainly an apt name. It was built to be the focal point of the exhibition, and it definitely is, being so tall and with all that glass. I can't imagine a building like this ever being erected in Japan.
There are lots of exhibits inside the tower as well, apparently. Of course, there's an observation deck, but there's also an art gallery, a zoo, and a museum.
A zoo?
But I heard you have to queue for 3 hours just to get through the doors.
Well, at the moment, the shattered glass from the failed experiment may well be the biggest draw.
And thanks to that accident, the whole tower is shut.
Suddenly, it's not the Crystal Tower anymore, but the crystal glass shower. Oh, ah ha ha, funny.
Apparently, everyone's taking to the skies now to look down at the disaster area from above instead. But that's a 3-hour queue to go up in a balloon now.
Yep, that sounds about right. Very patient people, you Londoners. Well, I think I'm running dry on ideas here, to be totes my goats honest. Fuck it, I guess look at the balloon. I don't think there's anything to... I've been meaning to ask you for a while now, but what are those funny... Alright, he just wants to know what the balloons are. They're balloons! Creatures from outer space. What? Okay. Oh, we're having a... Yep, it's aliens! Okay, great. Alright, well, I will figure out if I have to present something to Ginny or figure out how to talk to Gregson in the next one, because we are up on our hour. This investigation will continue next week. I have to go pack. I have to go do laundry, clean the dishes, throw out the garbage. There's no garbage in my apartment. I have to pack, and then I have to get gone. That's what has to happen. So, wish me luck on my travels. I will be back Monday. If you guys could please leave a like on the stream, the engagement is super helpful. Let me not forget to save. And I will see you boys in the next one. Until then, thank you for spending your time with me. Toodles!